Okay, hello. My name is Whitney Freya, in case you weren't aware, and this is an opportunity for me to share and for you to receive more insight, information about the upcoming Creative Frequency Coach training that starts March 21st. So today, what I am going to do is I do have some slides and a video to share with you. First, to explore the structure of the training and then Q&A as well. I don't anticipate this taking longer than 35 minutes. So, and if you ever want to ask a question, please put it in the chat. Just as a quick history, in case you didn't realize, I launched the Creatively Fit coaching training in September 2010. And so it is now 2025. That is 15 years, 600 plus CCFC, as we all are, creatively fit coaches, and now creative frequency coaching all over the world. And we are united in our love for color and paint and possibility, and being open to new ideas and new ways of living life as art rather than a to-do list or a slog. Right now, we all feel especially on purpose with the world in this dramatic contrast. And how do we keep ourselves in a state of centered and homeostasis and feeling optimistic? What can we do to help and support and be a part of the change we want? At its foundation, change is creativity. Focusing on what we want, which we learn at the canvas, and keeping present is also medicine that not only benefits ourselves, but is mirrored and radiated out from our own energy, our own frequency. So we have an even more, as if we needed it, right? Some of you ladies, right, coaches, even more inspired and committed to this commitment to awakening as many creative spirits as possible. Another disclosure is this isn't the product-oriented creativity that most of us were raised with. This isn't about who has talent or who doesn't. It is spotlighting the truth that we are all creating our reality in each and every moment. The only question is if we're doing it with or without awareness. So the canvas is a modality that creates the awareness so that we can go out into the art that is our lives, and with awareness, consciously choose what it is we want to animate and illuminate with our awareness. So it is a powerful group. We are just out of a retreat that I held in Virginia Beach, where I still am, and every single person, and the video I'm going to share with you is going to show some of that energy. Every single person testified to the personal transformation they received, and the mystery that we all dance with in this container. So I'm excited to share that with you. Caroline from North Carolina. Okay, so I'm heading there next. Asheville is the next stop. Are you going to paint with me this weekend in Asheville?
I wish I were. I'm in Idaho right now.
Oh, right. Okay, you're the Idaho, North
I'm
Carolina.
Idaho,
Oh my
North
gosh.
Carolina. Yes.
That
Yes.
is wild. I love Caroline emailed me. She's like, so I'm in North Carolina, but also Idaho, and my husband loved Joseph, which is where I live. And so, yeah, wow,
So crazy.
that is super wild. Okay, good. Well, without further ado, let me share the screen. Hi, Tammy. Good to see you, darling. Let me share my screen and take you inside these images and share a little bit about this experience. So I'm going to share this video, and then Kate White and Kim Sales are here. They're going to share a little bit before they hop off to go to our Women's Synergy Collective, which is a women's entrepreneurial space that a lot of the coaches take advantage of. So let me share this, and then I will let them share with you. And give me a thumbs down if you can't hear the audio for some reason. I can't even remember if there is audio. I mean, there's music for sure. Hold on.
Yeah, so I found this amazing coaching training online with Whitney Freya, and it's so free and so beautiful, and the community of women is fantastic. It's therapy, it's cheaper than therapy. It's just fantastic, and I hope everyone can do it. And like thinking and tribe finding. I think it's one of the best things that I've done. There's a scaffolding study. But then you work with there's a lot of flow, the women that Whitney draws together. There's just a magical connection. When I joined CCMC, I thought I was going to learn how to be better and find a community of women that also wanted to learn how to be better. But what I actually got, and this is not an exaggeration, it actually changed my life. I found freedom and I actually found my own voice again. Join us. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, I did the program back in 2022 as I had gotten a health and life coach certification, and I loved art and had an art wound with, put it away and packed it away, and doing this course opened it up for me. And it was so transformational for me that I had to make it part of my practice, and rewiring the brain and the way we think and the things that hold us back, and being able to do that on the canvas is something unique, even more transformational than other modalities that are out there. It's changed me personally, and now I get to use it to change other people.
Yes, you absolutely should do it. Totally transform.
What I would tell you about this program is that if you're feeling any inquiry toward this, that's your goal. And that Whitney's frequency is resonating with you, and that she's gonna help you with affirmation, along with all the women who are also called to it, to transform yourself into who you really can be. That's how
You definitely want to do this, even if you feel like you're not an artist, even if you feel like you don't know what you're doing, even if you're not even sure what to say, just do it. It's so freeing, so enriching and empowering. The women in the group will be your best friend. Yes.
And did you paint before?
No. Is my mom?
Are you kidding?
Mhm.
Gosh, if you guys follow her on Instagram, you will see her painting all over the world, your travel journal. Now you're into human design. Can you connect your attraction to the coaching training now what you know about yourself and human design?
Oh, for sure, definitely. With the help me to explore more about who I truly am. The thinking experience that I had with you was so powerful. Yes. Found a talent in me that I didn't know we had. Thank you so much.
Well, first of all, I learned to paint and I had never been creative or felt like I was creative before that. But all of my big, huge breakthroughs, my big alignments have come from taking this training and from taking your course. The Creatively Fit coaching has been the biggest catalyst of spiritual growth and change in my life. If you're on the fence, just do it because you will be so glad you did.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Yes.
Planning so much. Whoa, stop. Okay. I want to stop sharing the screen for a second and give Katie and Kim, you guys, you don't have to, talk too much because I know, but just share, like, maybe what was the surprise that you got, Katie? Like, what was something
When I first joined,
yeah.
I was seeking connection, and I think the biggest surprise I thought I was going to be off painting on my own and just working on things, and the connection with the people in this program has really been transformational and has given me not just working with this incredible soul, but also working with all of the people that she attracts. Someone mentioned that Whitney's frequency could be vibrating with you now. And that is what is happening, as we are all elevating our frequencies in our own personal lives. And a lot of the people mentioned women, but there are men in it too. Ken, I know I see you're here. So I just welcome you as well, because so often the people who come to the retreats are women, but bring yourself, Ken, let's go. But yeah, I just the biggest surprise was the connection that I got. And my most resonant friends have come from this circle, and I did not expect that shift. And it's just really elevated my life.
Thank you, darling. Kim, hello, darling.
Hello, darling. How are you? Hello, Katie's. Mwah. How are you?
Yeah, we missed you.
I missed you too. I didn't get a chance to go to the Virginia Beach party, but I'll be going to Spain with you. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm excited for that adventure. All right, people. This is a life-changing experience. At least it was for me. And welcome, Ken, again, right? We say there are men here, but with the women do outnumber you, but that's all right. Don't worry about that. We
Not the only
love the
time I've
divine
ever been in that position.
we love the divine feminine and the divine masculine here. So
Mm.
biggest change for me, I completely agree with Katie, was the community. I am a lifelong artist and have been advertising and marketing my whole life, up until now, until about 2020 when I joined Creatively Fit. And now I'm also in the creative frequency training as we speak. Through this training, I have freed myself of my corporate chains, which I learned a lot, but definitely were chains. And I could come into my own being, my own self, and really just settle into sharing and embodying art through spirituality and using painting as a modality for wellness. And so I have my own business now, thanks to Whitney, right, and her encouragement, and all the fabulous people who are coaches and are part of this community. Plus, I'm telling you, I have friends all over the world now. Who knew? I mean, I was online all over the world before through my corporate job, but this job, you actually get lifelong friends, and I don't, we're all soulpreneurs, right? We're really taking it from our soul and our heart. So I can say nothing but fabulous things about this program. I love Whitney. She's a dear friend, and Katie and Becky and all the coaches, Lily McGovern that I see here too from Creatively Fit. So yeah, just a fabulous group of people.
You can.
Welcome. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I love too is we learn so much from each other.
Mm.
You know, it's just like there's a million different colors, innumerable, infinite colors of paint. There's many different shades of spirit and heart. And those of us attracted to this come from all different angles. There's no cookie cutter. There's no have to here. So thank you. Thank you. So let me share a little bit about the structure of the training and give you an idea of, the skeleton, kind of where we start. So in the creative frequency, there are 8 foundations of the creative frequency. So it starts with the 4 elements and then 4 shifts. The 4 elements are painting, because we use painting as the modality. For me, the painting, the canvas makes visible how we can choose to focus our thoughts towards what we want, how we can choose, right? Like red or blue, orange or pink. And then also the corresponding, like the conversation that happens when you live and nurture your intuitive side. Sometimes you go to the canvas knowing what you want to paint because, oh, I want more of this energy into my life. Other times you see it coming from the canvas. And then we teach other people how to do this. We have a simple, like easy way to do it because this is how I've been teaching for the last almost 29 years. And it is energy work. So energy is elemental to this. I have never been passionate about painting as a product. I'm passionate about it because of what it awakens and illuminates in the entire rest of our lives, how it goes beyond the canvas. Truly, people have said that after years and years of therapy, they have more breakthroughs through this practice. It's them and the canvas. It's the opportunity that they have to get quiet, to go within, and to observe themselves creating. So you learn how to observe yourself. Where do you get stuck? Where do you meet up with resistance? Where is there energy? And then the intuition is one of the elements. This is our highest form of knowing and is what we receive in the present moment and how to best handle the unknown. Right? We're in completely uncharted territory right now. And if we're going to try and source answers from research or the past, we're going to be and feel very unstable. So intuitive knowing is what carries us into the unknown. And then sacred symbols is the language of this unconscious creative present moment self, and it nurtures the sense of connection. So this is painting as it connects you to something so much bigger. The creative frequency was understood by me afresh just a year ago, last March in Australia, when I reflected on saying to a client, I still don't know why this painting practice is so transformational. Like, I make it so easy and so playful, and then people have these huge transformations. And what I heard is because change, transformation, abundance, beauty, anything we would want more of, anything we desire to bring into our lives is in alignment with that creative frequency. So when you engage with the practice like this at the canvas in your art journal, you like literally align with the frequency of creativity and change. And I saw myself, which I do now as much as possible, starting the day just doodling with color just because I wanted to bring that frequency into my day, right? Like going with the current of change and expansion rather than against it. So this practice that I teach, that the creative frequency coaches learn and offer to others, is more about creating space within which people get to feel free and non-judged so they can explore how they make their marks. And in the process, learning this symbolic language opens them up to intuitive knowing and understanding about themselves and how they interact with the world and how they want to interact with the world that cannot enter into our awareness on the logical linear side, right? And speech and talk is a left brain function, which is great. It's meant to be balanced by the other. So that's why Carl Jung studied symbols for so long. Symbols are closer to our unconscious mind, closer to those underlying themes that can be, holding us back or keeping us small. So then these 4 shifts, again, they're each super simple, but the structure gives us a way to understand our own journey through this creative awakening and then offer it to others. So the first thing that I always share with anybody is that what we're speaking to is a new story around creativity. And the masses that are still saying, I'm not creative, I can't draw a straight line, you don't want me painting on that canvas, they are coming from the product-oriented story that is a modern creation that says the only way and reason to make art is if you're going to get money for it, and totally ignores the fact that we're creating in every moment. So we let people know that this is about getting to know who you are, and this is process oriented. The second thing is that the painting practice does engage us on an energetic level. It is frequency. We paint to dance with the energies, to raise our frequency. It is energy work. Painting is energy work. The third shift is getting to know your own creative frequency. I'm sorry, there's someone in the room. One of the funnest parts about this program, as I've, like I said, just kind of been completely recreating the entire Creatively Fit training into the creative frequency training, is everybody has your own creative frequency. Like, it's not this cookie cutter thing. It is unique to you. And I love to create the space in the training for you to get to know and express your own creative frequency. Again, this is not cookie cutter. There are no have-tos. We are creative people, right? So there is plenty of wiggle room for that. And then the last shift is understanding that life is meant to be lived in resonance with possibility and change and mystery and possibility. And so living life in alignment with that creative frequency. I always picture water flowing, whether you picture waves at a beach or a river, but it's like the creative frequency is the predominant force in the universe. And this idea that we can like control it and manipulate it and bend it against the natural laws is futile, frankly. And so riding the waves of this transformative creative energy is definitely okay, why is that button all of a sudden not working? Definitely where we want to be. Well, let's put it that way. Okay. Do you guys hear that little ding, ding, ding? Interesting. Okay, stop share. So again, in the training, it's 8 months. We meet every single week at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. There we go. Interesting. Every week. Every other week is a group training call that are all recorded. And then the other week is a open studio. So, okay. We also go through the Rise Above course, the I Am the Unstoppable Dream course, that is a mandala painting practice that starts with sacred geometry. The Art Gypsy Grease is an intuitive practice with watercolor. So it's a combination of many different of my courses, so that you have like a whole palette of practices and things that you can take, whether you're teaching in person, online, with children, with adults, coaching, one-on-one, in a group, retreats. Like we start every retreat with similar elements, and the layering process of the painting includes, has ultimate, so many possibilities. There's also a Qigong practice included in the training that is amazing. And Sales, who you just met, brings some of her sacred soul symbol, which is a certification she created since her Creatively Fit training. So this is about the group calls. So I mentioned every Thursday at 4 p.m. So you just know when it is. We meet on the same Zoom link, same time every week. The open studios are exactly that. So they are not recorded. They are an opportunity to hop on, get to know each other. We learn so much from each other, as well as use that time to paint and, create in the curriculum of the training. And then the training calls are sharing insight into the practices. And as we go through the 8 months, it moves from focusing on your personal journey, because we have to fill up the cup and serve others from our overflow. Have your own personal experience first, and then learn how to turn around and share it with others. When we teach or coach, lead, facilitate, whatever word you want to use, what we're really doing is almost more of an unlearning. It's just creating this safe, non-judgmental, supportive space, helping people to understand that this is about personal expression. This is about training ourselves to focus our minds and our hearts and our attention and intention and inner dialogue on what we want, on nurturing the state of curiosity. When life feels overwhelming or challenging, it's like, whoa, I'm super curious how this is going to work. So we're working on all levels to align ourselves with what we want, right? And the canvas, again, just makes that visible. There is a Facebook group just for everyone in the training, as well as a larger CCFC group for everyone who leaves the program. Kim and or Kate mentioned this. The training is really like, it doesn't end after the 8 months. There's lots of support if you'd like it. We collaborate on different things like the 24-hour paint jam or the Yes Extravaganza, or live events. We also are supporting each other for those that are like, I want to make an income doing this. We have the Synergy Collective that is it is predominantly for women entrepreneurs, because that is mostly who comes here. But it is, again, the soulpreneur approach, right? Not the cookie cutter, not the have-tos. We do feel like it is a calling, and that we're all kind of finding each other again. So there's as much little support as you like. The other element that is included in the Creative Frequency Coach training is what we call Biz in a Box. And this is my Rise Above online program. You get the 8 main instructional videos and the 8 lessons in PDF form. You can use as your own online program evergreen, like I have it offered. You could also use it as a group coaching experience, which I'm kicking off the second one next week. So I offer it to a group of people. I also use it as one-on-one coaching. It could be offered in a Facebook group, you could be sending people links to the content, from Google Drive or Dropbox. You don't have to, have an online school, things like that. But it very clearly illustrates the process and exactly the life art connection. So as a creative frequency coach, you immediately have content, and we show you how to create 8 videos of your own that complement the 8 main videos, so that your people are either getting to know you or you're bringing your medicine into it. So we have coaches that are, whether they're Reiki masters or massage therapists or business coaches or life coaches or therapists and counselors, and, they're healers in some way, shape, or form, or they're artists or creatives or newfound, like Hannah and Geraldine, who hadn't painted until the coaching training. They add their current passion to it. And there are examples of that. You'll see, I did the same thing and did my Bali painting yoga videos when I was in Bali last year. Desiree East, this is the URL, you can go to her. She created a version of Rise Above for moms because she is a mom homeschooling her daughter. So she's marketing this specifically to moms. I don't do that, right? There's another coach who has a book on meditations and teaches yoga. So her 8 videos are her meditations and yoga, right? So that is an extra bonus to make sure that you have everything you need once you're done to get started. Yeah, sky is the limit. I mean, there are coaches doing so many different things, teaching online, in person, workshops. Some of them decide, I am an artist, I want to paint, and they're painting and selling their art. So that is totally up to you. Okay, this Chrome is going on and off, but that's basically the end of the slideshow. So that gives you an idea, the structure, these 8 foundations, the 8 months, the weekly Zooms. We're all busy, we're all traveling. Anything you need is recorded. The Facebook group provides the interaction and the opportunity for us to get to know each other. There are also creatively fit coaches up-leveling to include this creative frequency training. So you're getting to know people that have been in this community for a while and who've already been sharing as well. I have to say, especially after coming off this weekend, it was so inspiring and humbling to be around this group of women. It is a personal journey. It is transformative. I tell people who, there are people that come in and, I have clients or I don't have clients. I know what I want to do with this. And sometimes that's how it rolls out. Other times it ends up becoming something totally different. Like this is an experience that is really bigger than any of us. It is connected to the truth that we are all infinitely creative. And the more of us that remember this and take back that truth, the better we're all going to be, and the quicker, sooner, faster we can move into a new chapter. Yes, please. If you watch the replay, you're welcome to email me, whitneyfreya@gmail.com, or any of the social media avenues, but emailing me, whitneyfreya@gmail.com, is the best way to do it. I definitely recommend that this is an experience you want to feel called to. And likewise, if you feel called to it, you absolutely want to follow that. The logical linear mind, as we kind of explore, is more comfortable in the known. And what I guarantee is that this training is going to lead to some new experiences. The resonance, like everyone has shared, is the best indicator of that. And again, you may have seen some of my promotions or communication out there right now about artivism and the ability we have as people that love to make our marks in color to create symbols and be able to communicate through images and color and populate the world that way. That's another way that we are passionate about sharing. So there really is, room for so many different ways to take this training and make a difference in the world. So with that, I want to open it up to Q&A, and then any of you, I know Amanda's on here, Lily, Magda, if any of you want to share anything that a story, maybe a specific story that has been inspired by your listening to these things, please hop on, or you can type any questions in the chat as well. So opening it up, and yeah, I'll leave it open for a little bit, and then I'll turn off the recording. So those of you watching the replay don't have a super long replay. Caroline or Ken or Lainey or Kristen, do you have any specific questions? Again, you can put it in the chat.
I just have to say, hi, it's Becky.
Hi, Becky.
I'm so excited to be a part of this with everybody. I've been wanting to do this for years and have taken some classes from Whitney and gone on retreats. So this is a huge one and I'm super excited. So wanted to say hello to anybody on the call that's going to take the class, and I'm excited to work with you and give you hugs in person someday, but otherwise just hello. Uh, Also, just want to make sure too, so a lot of the times I'll have to be at work during the time that it's on, but since it's recorded, I'll try to catch as many as possible. So just wanted to reiterate, yes, it's recorded and that's so helpful. So thank you.
You're
Otherwise,
welcome.
big hugs to you, Whitney.
Yes, you're welcome. Yeah, and maybe Becky, since it's at 4 p.m. Pacific, maybe there'll be some days you can
Yeah.
make it work. It's a little
Yep.
later than normal, so that's
Yeah,
all.
exactly. I think it'll work out great. So
Yeah, I love it.
perfect.
Thank you. I'm so glad you're joining. It feels like
Yeah.
you've already done it with all the Becky's been at multiple retreats, and Joseph, and did the Rise Above group coaching that I did
Yeah.
as well, which yeah, was amazing for
Yeah.
myself as well.
Beautiful. Hello.
Kristen already joined, and okay, I'm going to turn off the recording again, and I'm not going anywhere yet. So if you watch the replay, thank you. And if you have any questions, absolutely feel free to email me, whitneyfreya@gmail.com. Okay. Thank you for learning more about the upcoming training, and email me or register at whitneyfreyastudio.com.